Oh, baby, it's Friday and I'm done with work. Granted, I worked like 20 minutes over because I was finishing up a video, and yeah, dude, I accomplished 2 videos, which is kind of a lot for one day, but it doesn't feel like much, you know? It feels like I kind of accomplished bleh today. But that's okay, because it's Friday, and now it's the weekend, and I don't have to think about work till Monday, so yay! Now I'm going home because I got the house to myself this weekend, actually. All to myself. It's gonna be exciting. Now, on a slightly different note, I have a lead on an apartment, which is very exciting. Don't remember if I mentioned this in my last vlog, but my roommates are getting transferred to Kansas, and their job is getting transferred, and so we all have to move out by the end of June. And so I was kind of looking for apartments, and I thought I had a lead on an apartment, and it turns out it wasn't much. I went to check this place out, and now I don't ever really want to talk bad about a property. This place basically looked like one of those public changing houses for like a swimming pool or a beach. It looked like that with 3 little rooms in it, and it's kind of strange, to be honest. The floor of the entire place was just a concrete slab. The walls were made out of cinder blocks. There were sinks in each of the little rooms, which were, I guess, supposed to be bedrooms. They were more like large closets. They were very, very small. I'd be hard-pressed to actually fit a normal-sized bed in one of them. And there was no definable kitchen. There was no definable anything in terms of space. It was just a space. And they were asking $425 a month, and all I could think was, now who in their right mind would want to pay $425 for this? The whole place was basically 2 dorm rooms put together, and they called it an apartment. It's not really an apartment. It's cinder block walls on a concrete slab. It was bizarre. So with that in mind, I'm looking at actual apartments, and I actually have a lead on one of them. I'm really hoping I can snag it up, because there's a guy who is potentially looking at being my roommate, which would be awesome because having a roommate splits up the bills, and I don't want to pay for a place by myself. As cool as it would be to have a place by myself, there's no way I'd want to pay for it. I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do after I graduate, and one thing that is just really kind of tugging on my heart is going back to Wisconsin to work with juvenile delinquents. And so I called a juvie yesterday in Wisconsin, actually the one that I spent part of my own teenage life at, and they called me back today, and they sounded pretty excited to actually have a person just express blatant interest. Hey, I want to work here. And so the lady told me that, you know, there's a state testing process, and directed me towards that, and explained it to me and showed me how to find out more about it, and said, if you have any questions, call me. And so I'm kind of excited about this. I am looking forward to taking said state test, and granted, it means actually going back to Wisconsin, but really that's not a big deal to me, because going back to Wisconsin to do this, I'm okay with that. If it means potentially getting what would be my dream job, and that's working with juvenile delinquents, I would love to do that. Now, granted, the test doesn't guarantee the job, but it is a step in the right direction for it, and that is amazing. I didn't think I'd be doing much extra driving here tonight, but I guess I was wrong. I developed a sudden craving for Sonic. So, I'm going to Sonic. Because why not? You know, Sonic is pretty good. Seems to be a thing. I go to Sonic and talk into a camera. And by seems to be a thing, I mean I've done it once, so might as well do it again. Yeah. I don't really have a whole lot of things. You know how like everyone kind of has their thing, like they just kind of do it? I don't think I have one of those. Unless my thing is doubting. Then that's my thing. Also, it's kind of weird talking louder for the camera. Because I don't normally talk very loud. So this is strange for me. I don't know how much I like it. But, you know what? Oh well, I'm driving around. And there's a front camera. You can see 2 angles now. Ka-chow! So you're not just staring at me, my boring face, listening to me rant on and on and on. It is raining today, which really isn't too bad. I actually kind of like the rain, but I need new windshield wipers. They're getting all streaky across my windshield. And I figure right around the time I get new windshield wipers, I'm going to want to put a new coat of Rain-X on my windshield because, of course, nothing is really just blowing off anymore like it should. Yeah. I'm one of those guys. I like to, you know, take care of my car. And by take care of my car, I mean I'm utterly ashamed because I literally have not cleaned the inside of this thing for 2 years. It is pathetic. I don't mean I have like a trash heap in here. No, I take care of my trash, mostly. But, I mean, I used to keep my cars in like pristine, clean shape all the time. And now, not so much. It's kind of pitiful, really, when you think about it. But I guess it could be worse. I'm wearing a Gurr shirt. I don't know if you can see it. But Invader Zim is awesome. Oh my gosh. I can't really say I like caught the big, you know, Invader Zim craze back in the day because I really didn't. I actually didn't start liking it until after the whole craze went out of style, and then of course stores didn't have anything Invader Zim, and which is fine. I didn't have any money anyway, so it's not like I could have afforded it even if I wanted to. But for what it's worth, they brought it back. At least they brought back a t-shirt, so that's good. Although I wish it would be not this weird blue. This blue screams I work at Walmart, which might as well for what I make, but you know, yeah. Speaking of what I make, I actually made a tiny bit more on this last paycheck than I thought I would, which is good news. Which means I don't think they're taxing it. I'm gonna have to check my pay stub on Monday, but I really don't think they're taxing it, so yeah. In other news, that micro SATA to SATA adapter for my laptop still has not arrived. I ordered it before I ordered any of my other stuff, and all my other stuff has come, and that still hasn't. And I'm getting really, really aggravated because I haven't even gotten a shipping notification on it whatsoever, so I'm getting ready to contact this website and say, where's my adapter, guys? I kind of need that thing for my laptop. But I guess there's worse things in life. For example, there are people in Wisconsin who just don't understand the wonderfulness that is Sonic, because Sonic does not exist in Wisconsin, and that is just sad, man. I mean, that's one thing that I'm kind of going to be bummed out about when I do move back, if I move back, is there's not going to be a Sonic up there. Unless somebody decides to open one, which I doubt. And the lack of a Sonic means the lack of a really good fast food place. Sonic is better than McDonald's. It's better than Burger King. It is better. It's better than Hardee's. I'll give it that. and I'm gonna miss it. I think I'll get an Oreo cheesecake. That sounds really good.
Thank you for choosing Sonic. How may I help you?
Hi, can I get a small Oreo cheesecake shake?
That's going to be $1.95. Thank you.
Thank you. Score! Raining into my car. I think I'm gonna... Oh, put my window up! Yeah. It's like barely raining too. Like, what the heck, Missouri? Barely raining, just enough to make it so all week I haven't been able to go frisbee golfing once. Once! Do you know how frustrating that is? Actually, not very this week. I've been kind of busy outside of work. But next week I won't be. I shouldn't be. Now, I'd like to be able to go frisbee golfing so I, you know, can go do stuff that doesn't cost me money.
How you doing, buddy?
Hey!
My name's Dalton. A small Oreo cheesecake.
Yeah.
Alright, and there's your spoon, straw, and napkins, and I'll run that for you. Be right back.
Thank you.
Card in your seat, buddy.
Thank
you.
you.
Have a wonderful day.
Yep. Guys, I need to work out again. But this is so good. Now, getting fat normally, not that big of a deal. If you're short and fat, it's a pretty bad combination. I'll tell you what, fat on a short person just never looks good. Ever. Ever. All these 6 foot tall dudes who can pull off dad bods, congratulations. Short people, we just look like Oompa Loompas. It's pathetic. So I need to start working out again. As I sip this Oreo cheesecake ice cream shake. Yeah. Man, what am I going to do tonight? I don't really feel like sitting at home, so there's not much to do. And I don't just want to sit and veg out in front of a TV. And I really don't want to sit and veg out on the internet, because I kind of do that all day anyway. Not like vegging out on the internet, but I just sit all day, because I work in an office. That's what I do. I really only get up to do something if I have to. And so, yeah. I don't know. So this guy I know was getting married today. His wedding is at a park. I looked over and I saw a house with lights on, and at first I thought it was ours. Freaked me out at first, like legit freaked me out. I was kind of like, that's not good. But then it wasn't, so all's well, false alarm. You know, this video is probably going to be a pain in the butt to edit, just because it's so dark in here. It would be fun to brighten up without making it like full of nasty looking noise. I hate having to brighten up a video. Like, I'd rather have to darken it than to brighten it, because brightening sucks. Darkening, that's no big deal. It preserves all the detail usually. But brightening up, you get all this noise because you're introducing color that wasn't originally there, and it's really frustrating. You know what else is kind of frustrating? The fact that every time I open my mouth to talk about something that to me seems simple, I sound like a freaking nerd. I mean, I am a nerd, and I'm okay with that. But trying to translate that to other people, I tell you guys, my social skills are just... As in, because I'm not very good at relating to people. It sucks. It's weird. Like, I see people and I'm like, I want to be your friend, and then I never talk to them. Ever. And then like 2 years go by and I'm like, yeah, I remember when I was going to talk to that person. And then, I don't know, it's weird. People out walking with rain ponchos. Oh, they're kids. Okay. Someone else up here running. What is this? Just like a group of kids with bags and they're running through the rain? Alright. Whatevs. Guys, I have just been mildly overwhelmed with sad feelings as of recent. Because there's just like my friends moving away, people that I know are leaving. Not everyone, granted, not everyone, but like my closest friend left. And it's really, really sad because Sonic was kind of our thing, you know. I remember we would always go to Sonic and get shakes when they were half price. And now, obviously, we can't really do that. Having mixed feelings about going back to Wisconsin. Because, like, I want to, because I want to go there to work with delinquents, and I want to work with Wisconsin delinquents at the juvie that I was at as a teenager. But the other part of me just doesn't want to go back to Wisconsin ever. And it's really frustrating. It's really, really frustrating because part of me wholeheartedly wants to go and work with these kids and help them. And the other part of me wants to stay as far away from certain people as possible. And geographically speaking, moving back to Wisconsin inevitably means being geographically closer. It's like, dang it, I don't know what to do, you know? But I also know that if I ever want to go to grad school, I'm probably going to want to do it in Wisconsin. So it's just kind of like, I don't know, man. Because I'm just going to be candid, man. I don't want to move back to Wisconsin where my dad can come visit me. Like, no. Like, he made an excuse not to come see me graduate. Literally made the lamest excuse I've ever heard. And it kind of hit home how truly disinterested he is in my life. And it hurt, you know? And so that, among other things, it just kind of just made me say, no, I don't want to have that. No, would he come and see me? I don't know. I mean, there's a difference between driving 8.5 hours across the country to see a person and just driving a couple hours across the state. But at the same time, something tells me he would, and I don't want that. I'm kind of weird in that I've kind of found myself wishing I could, like, just move to a completely different planet, you know? But then realizing that even then, like, no matter how far I could possibly run, it wouldn't solve anything because the memory would still be in here. And ultimately, I'd just be driving myself crazy. More than I already have. Guys, I had to pack up the studio, and that just breaks my heart, man. What am I gonna do for a month without a studio? Like, a month without the studio? I'm tempted to set it back up again and be like, no, I don't want to. But, I don't know. Well, I guess I've avoided going home for a solid, I don't know, 10 minutes. Well, at least I've given myself plenty of footage to process through. That'll give me something to occupy my mind for the rest of tonight, at least. Alright. Well, guys. I think I'm gonna head inside and, I don't know, do stuff, I guess. What kind of stuff? I don't know. But stuff, indeed.